Hey guys, it's the 4th of July and I have no friends, so what I'm going to do today is take a Squier bass and spruce it up a little bit. I have some pickups to swap in there. I might do a tone capacitor swap depending on what's already in there. And then I need to polish the frets and also swap out the strings. So this is the bass that we're going to be working on today. You can see it says Squier on the headstock because I'm not primarily a bass player, so my ego can take the hit on this one. And this one is a precision and jazz bass, so we've got two pickups in here, a precision bass pickup and then a jazz bass pickup. And this is actually, I think, around 2007 model, so it might actually have a rosewood fretboard as well, which is kind of cool. It doesn't really matter that much to me, but it's a little bit neat. This is just meant to be like a cheap bass guitar that I was going to use for just occasionally laying down bass lines and have fun modding, and that's kind of what we're doing today. Let's finally get to do that, even though I haven't done anything really productive with it. So what we're going to do today is throw in these pickups, which are American-made Yosemite pickups that are in the American Performer series. And if you're not familiar with what American-made means, it basically just means higher price with no discernible difference in performance. And then we're going to also polish the frets. They are a little bit scratchy and could use some polishing. Then we're going to throw some Ernie ball strings on there. And then we're going to throw in potentially a new tone capacitor. I want to switch it to a 0.047 microfarad capacitor. But it might already have that in there, and at that point I'm not going to bother. So that's the plan for today, and I have some before and after. We're going to listen to those at the end, but I guess now we do some sort of fancy montage to show me doing any of the work that I'm going to be doing. This is the polished fret. This is a not polished fret, and you can see the before and after difference between the two. These ones are really nice and smooth, and these ones are kind of matte and not quite as smooth. But yeah, that's the difference there. I'm just using this Music Nomad fret polishing kit. It is really good. These frets don't need a ton of work, but I've had frets that are like scratched up with sandpaper or extremely rough that I've been able to get polished with just this. So 100% totally recommend that. It takes a little bit of work. You have to kind of go at it, but you get amazing results at the end, so totally worth it. So I figured I'd check in at the end here with a few final thoughts and conclusions. So first of all, I did want to mention I didn't end up changing out the capacitor because it was already 47 nanofarads, so there was really no point to change it out. But with that said, I might end up swapping it to a higher capacitance capacitor because of what I heard in the demo. After switching out both the strings and the pickups, the bass sounds a little bit more V-shaped in my opinion. There's like a little bit more bass extension in the low frequencies, and then the high frequencies sound significantly more emphasized. But I'm not sure if that's more so due to the strings or more so due to the pickups. I'm going to experiment around a little bit because I switched from flat wounds to round wounds, and I know that round wounds are known for being significantly brighter. So I actually have another set of flat wounds on order because I kind of like the feel of those more after playing the round wounds. And I guess we'll see if that ends up like doling out the tone a little bit and getting it to something that sounds a little bit more natural in a mix, in my opinion. But if not, then I'll probably just end up throwing a little bit more aggressive of a capacitor inside the tone knob there, so I can have a little bit more control and dial it down a little bit so it's not quite as bright. But yeah, other than that, it just sounds a little bit less mid-focused than it was before. Just in general, low mids, high mids, it sounds like that's pushed a little bit back and there's a little bit more emphasis on the sub-frequencies and the higher frequencies. So yeah, I kind of like how it turned out. I mean, I'll experiment more with it, but mostly this was just to have fun. It wasn't supposed to be like super scientific and accurate and show like a very perfect A/B comparison. I just want to make that clear. The strings are going to change the sound significantly because we're switching from flat wounds to round wounds. But yeah, hopefully that was interesting anyway. That's all I got for you today. Feel free to leave a like if this was interesting or subscribe if you're interested in more videos like this, but I don't post super regularly now, so it might be a while. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.